Hi, I'm Brooke Siebel, and I chose to do the oral presentation for my final. So I'll start off saying by what I noticed through my MindWatch journal entries. The biggest thing I noticed is how quick and easy it is to judge other people that are different from you and everything. That's the biggest thing that I recognized about myself, is a lot of with my hidden bias and everything was judging someone based on how they looked. Whether that was, I think for the most part, it was a gender issue of realizing they were a different gender, or they were an adult man, and I didn't feel comfortable either going towards them for some reason or passing them at a Walmart for some reason, which has weird biases and everything and has definitely been thought about. But that is something I noticed, is there are definitely some hidden biases there with gender and everything. In my MindWatch journals, I also recognized the issue of social constructs and how it was affecting social justice. And social justice to me is kind of the equality and representation of different cultures, and accurate representation, more importantly, and how that shows up in your day-to-day life and how that shows up in treatment and opportunities and everything. I think the classroom is a very important place to kind of start teaching social justice as well as start representing it. And a way I plan to do that is by doing a lot of teaching on different cultures and everything, and focusing more on celebrating differences instead of comparing differences, and that's it. So celebrating differences as well as celebrating the similarities, and getting to see and putting yourself in other people's shoes, I think, is the biggest thing, because of what I just said about how easy it is to judge people and not put yourself in their shoes. And that's something you can definitely teach in the classroom, whether that's doing a activity of maybe a different culture's traditions, or maybe appreciating different cultures' clothing and different race and ethnicities and everything, and maybe some scientists of different genders and ethnicities, and maybe some disabled, maybe some known disabled people, and all the amazing things that they've done to kind of hardwire the social justice, and that these people should be treated as equals even though they look different from you or they have different traditions from you, and teaching that way. I think in my life, it can also be taught to people around me, and the way I plan on doing that is also educating myself on these issues, especially the issue of the social constructs of the misrepresentations and harmful ways that cultures and all diversity is being represented, anywhere from other races from you to other genders from you, and other sexualities and representation of them. And educating myself to make sure that I am also accurately representing them and accurately sticking up for the truth for their side and everything when it comes to conversation with friends or family, and also that can apply to the classroom. I think also with teaching social justice in the classroom goes along with unteaching, or helping the kids unlearn social constructs that they've maybe picked up from parents or other adults, and kind of unteaching those and correcting those, because those social constructs do harm cultural diversity, especially in the classroom, starting in the classroom and going to everyday life, and just kind of teaching that cultural diversity is a good thing. And these kids that are different from you like to ride their bikes as well, and these scientists that are different from you also make amazing things just like you can, type thing. I think overall it's very important to put a positive aspect on cultural differences and everything, just so that the kids know that it's a positive thing, and just because someone's different from you doesn't mean it's a negative thing. And I think that's something big that I also took out of this class with my MindWatch journals, is that it's not always a bad thing that someone's different from you, and that you should definitely put yourself in their shoes before judging, because that just leads to making those social constructs and those harmful misrepresentations more permanent in a society as a whole.